The lob to Deani, who slams it home.
Monica Wright from the left block, layup good.
Parker drives it through the hole to right. Hunt comes around to score. The Cavs win. Pierman dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
When I think about my role on the team, first thing that comes to mind is my leadership. Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Jayna Hartig, number 32 on the women's basketball team. We've got lots of highlights and a look back at the greatest player in college basketball history on today's show. But first, here's your play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
Kicks it right wing to Milner. Skipping it left wing to London. A three, left corner. Boom! What a shot from Kristen London.
Coach Ryan, she said before the game, she was like, you know, I know Monty and Lindra, they're gonna do their part, but who's gonna step up and do something extra and something more? And I think Kristen London has did that for the past 2 games. When Kristen hit that three, all I could do was smile. She kind of like held it up for you at the end.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Milner at the free throw line to right. A 25-foot three. Yes! Money in the bank for the All-American.
Welcome back to the show. Our women's basketball team had a couple of big ACC games this week, and we've got the story for you in our Geico Game Highlights segment.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I mean, I just think Debbie Ryan has the ability to run stuff forward, but Monica can do this right here.
At the end of the shot clock.
Good box out by Virginia. Everybody got a check out.
Good to see Tasha Taylor back, though. Missed the entire season a year ago with an injury there. Monica Wright. Jayna Hartig has done a lot of little things well early. Little got by Hartig and one.
When you're out there and you're getting your chance, you got to work hard.
And look at this, right off the bat, Monica Wright with a steal. What a way to open the half for Monica Wright.
She's been on the treadmill a lot. The players say she's on the treadmill all the time.
Inside Mohammed. Count it. I don't think Hardy realized exactly how open she was when she stopped her dribble. Ahead it goes to London. Aisha Mohammed.
Gatewood across the timeline, now at the top of the circle. Going right wing to Christy Tolliver, driving hard with the left hand. Right hand runner good, and the foul.
I felt like we could exploit a couple of things. I thought we got our feet in the paint a lot better in the second half than we did in the first half. And I felt like we did a better job defensively, and we rebounded the ball pretty well.
Monica Wright at the circle, thought about the three, will drive and fade away right side of the lane, missed it strong. Rebound, Mohammed, right block, layup with the left hand.
Aisha Mohammed really got her feet underneath her. She made her layup. She focused really well for us. She ran the floor fairly well, and she really did play with great presence tonight. I thought she played with a great inside presence, and defensively, she played as well as she could play.
Maryland by 10, with 6, with 5, with 4. Milner driving right side of the lane. The right-hand runner no good with 1 second. Mohammed laid it in at the buzzer. Got the rebound to pull Virginia within 8. Terps moving left to right. Tolliver at the free throw line, got cut off, step back jumper, boom, right elbow. Maryland up 13, and this is where they can get you, guys.
We made a couple of adjustments, and we came out knowing that Tolliver was going to probably take over the game. She's such a talented player, and she's in control of everything. So we had to really key on her, and Monica had that assignment for most of the second half. And we were able to get a couple of stops in a row and catch up.
They inbound the right, up three, left side, missed it strong. Rebound Kelly Hartig, though, to preserve the possession. Littles will try the three at the point. Give it to her. Virginia within 6. 46-40, Maryland. The right baseline, Mara Strickland will lob it in. It's stolen by Littles. Littles has got a breakaway. Littles will post this.
It's absolutely great when one person isn't on, the next person picks up the slack, and, it's absolutely awesome having, great players like this around you. Lindra and Aisha, they definitely, brought their A game tonight, and along with everybody else that contributed, it was a team effort, obviously, and I feel like, it just makes your job easier when you have talented players around you that, are willing to go that extra mile along with you.
Baseline, left block to Mohammed. Powering up, layup with the left hand. Virginia within 3. Here's Monica Wright. Step back three at the point. Roll it in. Monica Wright. Rebound to Coleman, though, and threw it away to Milner. Back come the Cavaliers, down only 2. Milner to Littles. Littles will pull up at the ACC logo. Yes!
Linda Littles is just playing her heart out right now, and defensively, I thought she played very well tonight. I was more proud of that than the 30 points, but obviously she's just in a rhythm. She's a rhythm player, she's a rhythm shooter, and she's very tough to guard.
Milner off the screen from Hartig. Milner at the free throw line to right. A 25-foot three. Yes! Yes! Money in the paint for the All-American from 25 feet at the point. Virginia with the lead.
Just kept saying 1 more stop, 2 more stops, 3 more stops, 4 more stops. Just get a stop. Everybody get a stop. Everybody play solid defense. And I think this is actually the first time that collectively as a team we recognize that we're getting stops, and let's go back down here and let's try to get another stop, and then let's go down here and let's be smart on offense and execute.
Mohammed in the front court. Mohammed down the lane, tap to Little. Layup with the left hand.
Left baseline to Tolliver, wide open left corner. In and out, no good. Rebound to right. In the front court, Monica Wright in transition, crossing over on Tolliver, lay it in with the right hand.
It is just one game, and it counts the same as any other game in the ACC. Significance in terms of where we are and where this team is. I think it means a lot to my players who have worked so hard to get us back to where we are right now. And I think that for them, they feel like they've overcome mountains. And so it's a very good win for us in terms of that, but in terms of the ACC, it's just one win in the year 2009.
Ask anyone on my team, and they'll tell you she's the best player in the country. She's also one of the nicest people you could ever meet. My teammate and friend, Monica Wright, is your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is brought to you by the Cavalier Team Shop online, where every purchase benefits academic support for UVA student athletes.
From my experiences, I would say a leader is someone who is there for their younger players on and off the court, teach, be a great role model, set the example, and is just full of integrity. When I think about my role on the team, first thing that comes to mind is my leadership. When I first got here, I was given, a great deal of leaders in our seniors, Aida, Brenna, and Charnay. So now that they're gone, I see myself taking on their roles and kind of stepping into their shoes and being a leader like they were to me. When Charnay was here, she did a great job, and she did so much for the team when it came to being there and being the heart and the glue. And I feel like I kind of noticed, that it was gonna fall on me, in the summertime, kind of when the first years first arrived, and they're looking at me like, you're the new, Charnay. So I kind of felt, that responsibility to make sure that I set the good example and, make them feel acquainted and teach them the ropes.
Milner on the right wing, looking right, corner for Wright. Another three. Yes! 15:02 to play, 13-9 Virginia, timeout, Pat Summitt.
I take every game, with the same mentality but kind of different perspective. But I try not to put pressure on myself. You know, I'm out there for strictly my teammates. I work hard every day, you know, from our seniors and to make sure that they have a good senior season. And every game is different. You know, every game your shot's not going to be falling. You know, you're going to have to do something else. You're going to have to play defense. You're going to have to, you know, rebound the ball. So that game, you know, I was on and, you know, everything was just falling. So, you know, that's a game that, you know, is going to stick out, obviously.
And it falls again from Monica Wright.
She's so strong, though. That's the thing. She has such a strong upper body that even though a taller, bigger player sometimes doesn't hold on to the ball as well as she does. She jumps up right in front of him and just grabs it. She's got great ups.
I think the key in the off season, you know, to making sure that, you know, you're elevating your game is to never settle and to, you know, keep pushing. You know, understand your body, understand, you know, your mind, and, you know, keep learning and keep expanding yourself. Off the court, I've become more available to my teammates at any hour of the day, night, more available to my coaches. Whenever they call, I'm always there, you know, whenever they need to find a player or if my players just need to talk about anything that's going on in their lives. I see myself bringing the team together, you know, for whatever reason, if it's dinner, movies, or, you know, whatever, just being the person that kind of keeps everybody glued and keeps everybody cohesive. You have so many other commitments when it comes to basketball. Like over the past 3 years, I went abroad and got involved in other student activities, and it's a lot to do out there. And you know, you can't do it all in your 4 years here, but you know, you'd like to, you know, get out of the athletic zone, athletic box, and, you know, venture out and, you know, just experience, you know, what other students experience. There's just so many things that makes this place special, and I feel like after your 3rd year, you're still not going to be able to understand everything about the university, and you're not going to be able to experience it all, but you want to get it all in.
Visit the Cavalier Team Shop online at virginiasports.com and take advantage of this week's special offer.
It's an amazing accomplishment to be named National Player of the Year, and Ralph Sampson earned that distinction 3 times. Let's check out Virginia's all-time greatest and our Cavaliers flashback.
Cavalier Flashback is brought to you by the Virginia Lottery. More than $3 billion to K-12 public education since 1999. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools.
And I remember very well the night before Ralph was coming, up on the roof on the top of University Hall, some boys painted Ralph's house. So when he flew over the next day, he could see Ralph's house.
He was a very skinny kid from over in Harrisonburg, but what a talent and what a great kid. I mean, he was almost too much of a team player. You know, people wanted to see him dominate games, but he was always the one who told our other players, if you've got an open shot, shoot it. He'd throw it back out to them when the defense collapsed. And he did the dirty work. You know, he rebounded. He led the ACC in rebounding for 3 straight years. He was National Player of the Year. And sometimes he didn't even lead us in scoring. He did the tough things. He rebounded, he played defense, blocked shots, provided a presence in the lane that allowed our other players to be even better. So he was a player who not only was a great player himself, but made our other players better and took us right to the pinnacle of college basketball.
You know, I didn't know what to expect when I got there. I was scared, nervous. You know, I wanted to get my grades. I wanted to get in the classroom. You know, I can remember Howard Cosell saying that I wasn't going to make it in the classroom and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to prove the critics wrong, that the classroom was important to me, but also the basketball as well. So I worked hard in the weight room. I worked hard in the classroom.
Ewing had a hand on the ball when he started. The pass was way up in the air. Ralph one-handed it back through the bucket, and this crowd is going wild.
There was no extra seats. People fought for seats like cats and dogs.
So it had always been a great place to play, but it became really tough to get a ticket.
I mean, it was electric to have the opportunity to play in that arena at that stage of my career and game of basketball, because it was, I mean, I don't see anything like it today.
I can remember before I actually came here, I was a senior in high school being recruited by UVA at the time, and I came down on Super Bowl Sunday, and it was Ralph's game where he scored 40 points, and I can remember sitting down on the baseline watching that game, and thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to play at that level? You know, it seemed like a whole nother game to me, but very exciting.
When he missed his free throw and then got the rebound and went in and made the shot, that we beat Maryland.
Ralph Sampson, the premier player in the world, with a free throw, and he missed it. In and out, tipped outside. Sampson has it, and he scored.
Going out that game that way, you couldn't write a better story. It just couldn't have been written any way better than that. There's a lot of basketball memories, but the most one is getting that degree, because now I can use that. No one can take that from me. It's on the wall of my mother's house, and I can say I went to Virginia, and people respect that wholeheartedly.
Coming up after the break.
Last Sunday was senior day for our swim team. We've got that story and a look at men's and women's tennis in our Olympic Sports Spotlight.
The Olympic Sports Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
We had a little bit more of the business-like approach. Let's go out, let's do what we need to do, let's get it done, and stay within ourselves versus the high level of emotion that was there at UNC. I mean, what a highly accomplished group of seniors. They've had such great careers. They've won 4 ACC team titles, multiple All-Americans. They've all made significant contributions to the success of our team. Megan Evo's been a multiple-time All-American, ACC champion. Kristen Wallace had just such a wonderful breakthrough year as a third-year woman. We expect she'll be back again this year vying for All-American honors. On the guys' side, Tony Colella really will be a potential ACC champion this year. Mellors and Ryan Hurley, they've had storied careers. They've both represented their team at the highest levels of NCAA swimming and ACC swimming. And Lee Robertson and Pat Reams, they're the real core of the team. They're the two guys who've had a tremendous work ethic. What a great group of kids we've had here.
With any team, when you have to maximize yourselves, maybe because of some adversity or maybe because you're limited in numbers, everyone tends to hopefully get a little bit better more quickly. So that's our process right now. Is as with, again, most teams, we're talking about getting better and playing the match for everything it's worth. Amanda brings so much. She's been willing to step outside of herself and do the right things for the team, and I think what that's then instilled in her and given her is just such a strong character and such a strong self-esteem on the court. We wouldn't be anywhere without her. You know, we've had a couple of ups and downs, and now I think we've got a team that's in great place and really strong. This is a team, no doubt, that if the young kids, and they've shown this already, are tough enough and can be mature right away, this is a team that can be a top 16, top 15 team. I think that's the kind of group we have, and because of that, I think by the time the season wraps up, we'll be competing for a very top spot in the country.
Come on, man. All energy, come on. Michael!
Came off the year last year, we graduated some of the best players in the country, obviously led by Samber Devarman, the two-time national champion. But, you know, the momentum is still there, and I think we're equally as competitive this year. You know, we have an enjoyable team to watch. They're exciting. They're very aggressive styles on our team right now. We played two excellent teams this weekend, and although the overall score was 7-0, I thought there were some matches in which we were pushed, which is what we need at this point of the season. But I'm really pleased with how we're getting the job done in each position, and we just continue to improve. Dom Inglot and Houston Barrick, our co-captains, have done an unbelievable job in terms of the leadership they brought to the team, and as has some of our other veterans, and Lee Singer, Michael Shabazz, and Sanam Singh. Although Sanam and Michael are young, they really have a strong foundation of the things that they learned last year that they can carry on to this year. So we're really pleased with the veteran leadership of our, to really help the 6 first years make a transition. And it's been a great journey so far. It's an enjoyable team to coach, and we just got to continue to take a day at a time, a match at a time, and keep getting better and keep things in perspective. We've taken a lot of pride in our fan support, and it's been so important to us. It's given us a huge home court advantage, and that's something I'd like to see return a little bit next weekend when we play Kentucky. It's a big match for us. Kentucky, I think, is one of the best teams in the country this year, so it's going to be a big challenge, and our fans can really make a difference.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We've got a big week of basketball coming up with 3 men's and 2 women's games, and we'll be back next Sunday with those stories and more. I'm Jayna Hartig, and until then, go Hoos.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.